All right, so here's the deal. On the part A video, part A of the thing that I was doing for today, my cat came through and she pushed the button, and it was just my mouse was hovered over the stop button, and so it stopped and it didn't save. So what you see now is what I have after I've done my makeup. So this is going to be kind of part C/A/ we're going to try this again, because there were some things in the first video that I wanted you to hear about that didn't get said. So here we go. Today is the race that I've signed up for, the 5K. And I went and picked up my race packet yesterday. So this is what they give you. They give you a bag with your race stuff in it. And I'm going to show you what it looks like, because who knows, you might be interested. So this is my bib. This is called my race bib. That's my number that I'll wear on my shirt to signify who I am and the fact that I have paid to do this race. So it's called the Foam Glow, and they give you a nice little tattoo, and I'm going to put that on my face because I think that would be fun, and it'll be cute for pictures, right? And then, of course, they give you a t-shirt, a race t-shirt. So it says Foam Glow, and this is just your basic white t-shirt, because at this particular race, it is a foam race, and so during part of the race, you go through these foam zones, and they squirt foam at you in different colors. So if you're wearing your shirt, by the time that you're done, you have kind of like a tie-dyed shirt, and it'll dye the shirt, but it won't dye your skin, so that's a good thing, and it's non-toxic, because I wasn't going to have anything toxic thrown in my face. And so I think that's fun. So I wanted to show you the before shirt. So on Monday, when I do this video again, I'll show you the after shirt, and hopefully it'll have lots of really pretty neon colors on it. And they're going to have black lights all around the race course to make it glow, ergo Foam Glow Race. So that's going to be fun, and I'm super excited, and I'm super, looking forward to it, and I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm going to be just fine, because I know I can do this 5K, because I have, when I decided to sign up for this race, I was like, okay, I have to train, and I don't have the first idea how to do it. So I ran for a couple of weeks just on my own, and I was like, this is not working. I don't think I'm going to get as trained as I need to be. So what do I do? So I talked to my husband about it, and he goes, you should try the Couch to 5K program app on your phone, because I hear a lot of good things about it, and so try it out. So I downloaded the app, and I started to use it, and I'm going to tell you, I was sitting on the couch and not doing cardio stuff, and the first week, I thought I was going to die. The first week, you warm up for 5 minutes, and then you walk for a minute and a half, and then you run for a minute. And then, so you walk for a minute and a half, run for a minute. Walk for a minute and a half, run for a minute. Walk for a minute and a half, run for a minute. And then you do a 5-minute cool down. So there's like 6 intervals, is what they call it, of that walking and running. And I'm going to tell you, the first day I thought, I've made a terrible mistake. This is really hard. I can barely make it through the minute. And oh my gosh. And so I would get through, and I would be like, oh wow, this is just really hard. And my knees hurt. Oh my gosh. So I would come home and put ice packs on my knees. And my ankle hurts from my old injury when I was a kid, and my hips hurt, and I was like, oh my gosh, what have I done? But I thought, you know what? That's the first week, so of course it's going to be hard. You've never done this before, so it's going to be hard. You have to accept the fact that there's going to be a little bit of, it's difficult. So I did the second week, and it was a little better, not much, but it was a little better. And then the third week came, and it was a little better, and whatever. And by the time the 9 weeks was over, I was really surprised, because the first week I could barely run for a minute without stopping. Like, I could barely make it through the minute. And now it's 9 weeks. Actually, it's about 10, 11 weeks later. But at the end of the program, at the end of the 9 weeks, I was running nonstop for 45 minutes. And so I've been running 5Ks for a couple of weeks now, where I'm running for 45 minutes nonstop. So let that sink in for a minute. And in a matter of 9 weeks, because that's really what the program was. I went from barely being able to run for 1 minute sustained to running 45 minutes sustained. So the program works if you just stick to it. And I'm one of those people, like, if I don't work out in the morning, I won't work out. So I had to like really make a plan to get up in the morning and to start that routine of getting up, getting dressed, going for the run. And then I could do breakfast, do the dogs, the cats, and all that stuff. And it really, really worked for me. So now that I have run this 5K, or I'm going to run it tonight, the thing is, well, what am I going to do next? I have a plan. I've already downloaded the Couch to 10K program, so I'm going to continue and see what I can do. And I know I can do the 5K tonight, so I'm super excited. And I think that eventually I'll be able to do a 10K, which will be super exciting. And we'll just see where this all goes. You know, my husband does half marathons a lot, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of like, right now, my feeling is, I don't know if I want to do a half marathon. That seems like a long way. It is. It's 13.1 miles. A 10K is about 6 miles, so it's almost double of what I have. So I don't know. They do have a Couch to Half and a Couch to Marathon app. Maybe I'll just do them all and see. Maybe I'll run a marathon. What a concept. That would be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? Now, I'm not a fast runner. I'm not planning to get faster. I'm just, my thing is distance at this point. And eventually I'm guessing I'll get faster. I don't really know. Anyhow, so that was the first thing I talked about in the other video that got erased. The race. The second video was sun protection. I was talking to my sister, and we talked about something, and I said, well, how are you feeling? And she said, fine, you know, I'm feeling pretty good or whatever. And I said, well, how does your skin look? Because we talked about something that she had overcome that we're not going to talk about here because it's personal and, quite frankly, nobody's business. So I said, how does your skin look? And she says, my skin looks old. And I said, well, are you using moisturizer or sun protection or anything? And she said, no. And I said, oh. And I said, well, you know, I wear sun protection every day, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. And she says, yeah. And she says, you know, we're outside all the time. They're full-time RVers, so they go hiking in all these, like, national parks and state parks and stuff. They hike all the time, and they're outside all the time. And she's been doing this with no sun protection. And so, guess what her face looks like? Not as good as it could. She's still my beautiful sister. I still love her. But, you know, her skin is showing the signs of all that sun damage. So we kind of giggled. She kind of giggled and said, maybe I'll watch that girl on YouTube that has those videos because she talks a lot about sun protection. I'm like, yeah. So here's my little soapbox preaching for the day. If you live in a sunny climate like I do, you have to wear sunscreen. If you go outside one single time in the daytime, you have to wear sun protection. If you live in a climate where it snows in the winter, you have to wear sun protection because the sun comes through and bounces up and off that snow. And if you don't believe me, just look at skiers, and you know, you'll see that on their face they have their goggles, and all around their goggles is all either sunburned or suntanned because they're in the sun and because the sun bounces off the snow and cooks their skin. So if you live in a snowy climate, you have to wear sunscreen. If you live in a climate where it's cloudy a lot of the time, or even rains a lot, like in the Pacific Northwest, you have to wear sunscreen. Because believe it or not, the sun's UV rays are going right through those clouds and right onto your face. Now, it's worse, you know, in Florida, or if you're outside all the time, it's worse because you're getting exposed to a lot more. But the point is, you have to wear sun protection to protect your face, not only from skin damage, but, you know, there's that thing called skin cancer. So, yeah. And believe it or not, people die from skin cancer. It's not just like, oh, it's a spot and it looks bad and I have to take it off. No, there's people that die from it. It's cancer. any kind of cancer can turn into any other kind of cancer. So just wear your sun protection. At least you're not going to get skin cancer. You know, I go to the beach and I'll put on like SPF 50 and I apply it every hour because, you know, the number is how often you're supposed to put it on. So if you're like wearing SPF 50 and you're at the beach, you're supposed to put it on again in 50 minutes. It's called reapplying. It's a thing. Do it. So the SPF that I wear, you know, I'm inside right now and I have on SPF 34. Now I won't put another thing of SPF on probably today because I know I'm going to be inside a lot. But my point is my skin is protected. Wear sun protection. Wear a hat. If you don't do anything else, if you don't moisturize, if you don't wear any makeup, if you don't do anything else, just wear sun protection. Please. All right. So that's all I wanted to say on this part AC of this video that I'm going to post with the other one so that it's not all confusing. It's still going to be confusing. But anyway, so I'll just go over what I did in the other video in case it doesn't work out right. So today's makeup, the only things I did today is I put on my primer, my Colorstay, Prep and Protect with SPF 34. I put on the Tarte blush that Ipsy sent me in the color Quirky. And then I put on just face powder today. Oh, that's the wrong side. That's funny. I put on the True Match, I think it's called Shell Beige color. I put that on over my blush. And then I lined my eyes with Aurora Espresso on the bottoms. Here, I'll just do like this. And about a third away on the top. No eyeshadow today. No brows today. And then I did my waterproof mascara on the top and bottom. And that is my whole entire makeup today. There we go. I'm going to take all of this off before the race anyway. And that will be that. So have a wonderful day. Work on the 3 areas of your person, spirit, body, and mind. You work on those 3 things every day. You'll be a nicer person, you'll be a happier person, and you'll be a kinder person. Be kind and have a wonderful day.